hey, welcome back. Today's request comes to us from Joe Walker, better known on the internet box thing for his show, The Backlog. If you were a gamer during the era of the original PlayStation, you might remember an interesting little gem called Tenchu Stealth Assassins. It was a third-person action game set in feudal Japan that blended Metal Gear Solid with ninjas, with fun results, having releases on many consoles afterwards, even one on the big green. But that's not what today's episode about. Instead, we're taking a look at what happens when you take a game like Tenchu and add boobs. You get this: Red Ninja, End of Honor.
In the 16th century, 500 years ago, Japan was experiencing an age of provincial wars among rival warlords. In this situation, Takeda and Oda, the two largest clans of that era, were fighting each other furiously.
The story of Red Ninja takes place during the Sengoku period of 16th century Japan. You play as Kurenai, who as a child witnesses her father brutally murdered by members of the Black Lizard clan, and then is hung on a tree with a wire-based weapon called a Tetsujin, and left to die. However, she survives and is saved by the Takeda clan, adopting her into their family. The years pass on, and Kurenai is ready to avenge her father's death, mastering the art of the Tetsujin, the same one used to hang her.
I'm not dead.
Starting off, the story's pretty good. It may be your standard Left to Die revenge plot, but those never get old.
I, like all who were raised in this province, owe my life to our Lord Shinji Takeda. Likewise, you, Kurenai, though an outsider, have owed your life to me ever since I saved you as a child. From that time on, I have trained you in the arts of the ninja. All that you have learned was in preparation for today. Keep that in your heart as I give you your first mission. Remember this: as long as there is a chance to live, never choose death. Unless the choice of life would jeopardize our Lord or his mission.
Yes, Master Chione.
As stated previously, Red Ninja's gameplay is very similar to the Tenchu series, getting from point A to B with an emphasis more on stealth than flat-out combat. Kurenai's main weapon is the Tetsujin, which besides grabbing enemies can have a kunai blade attached for quick kills, or a fundo, or iron weight, for blunt attacks. Plus, the Tetsujin can also be used as a grappling hook to reach faraway places. Besides the Tetsujin, you have throwing bombs, throwing daggers, potions, and more rounding out your inventory. You're going to need all of these tools, since Kurenai is a kunoichi.
Kuno kidding me?
She isn't made for straight-up combat, so stealth is preferred. Thankfully, our scantily clad heroine has a proper moveset to complement her training, including wall running and jumping, crouching and stealth walking, and hiding the bodies. Unless you do this, then yeah, that's not going to happen. As you kill enemies, your ninjutsu gauge fills up, letting you use what is essentially ninja bullet time when full. What is probably the most interesting way to dispatch a foe, however, is the seduction kill. When you're in a wall-hugging position, you can call an enemy over by flashing your goods, causing the enemy to have a duh moment and try to jump you. If you hit the button at the right moment, you'll knock him down and... So there's a lot of things that Red Ninja does that's pretty good. Unfortunately, there's quite a bit of bad that holds it back.
First off, the camera is terrible. It's set permanently to that inverted setting where left is right and vice versa, so there's no way to change it. On top of that, the camera is always zipping around trying to get behind Kurenai, so as you're playing, you might start to feel a little nauseous from it. Speaking of fast, when Kurenai starts to move, she does this little light run before she goes full-on Sonic the Hedgehog. The only problem is she doesn't stop on a dime, causing her to skid a bit, potentially being seen by enemies.
Because speed is the most important thing in a stealth game.
Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta go faster, 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 faster.
The graphics for Red Ninja are pretty decent. I mean, they have to be if your main character ended up as a Playboy centerfold. True story. Besides Kurenai looking very good with mandatory jiggle physics, the other characters are just as well designed, along with the stages, which are appropriate enough of its time setting. For audio, the music isn't spectacular, but it does its job, and the voice acting isn't as cheesy as I thought it'd be, but not remarkable.
Who the hell are you? That intruder.
So that's Red Ninja, End of Honor. Is it collection worthy? Well, it's not that bad of a game, but with a camera system that makes you want to keep a bucket nearby if you're feeling queasy, it's hard to recommend. Especially since there are other stealth games out there that pull it off way better. However, if you need more memories with your ninjas, you can't do much better than this, and it's pretty cheap, with about 20 bucks being the most you'll pay for it. Sadly, Red Ninja was not the breakout hit that developer Transgy Games had hoped for, as not only did we not get a Red Ninja 2, but this was their last game before they shut their doors. So, just like the Guy game, sex appeal isn't always the way to go if you want a breakout hit. Unless you're Lara Croft or the Dead or Alive girls. And with that, this is the Dolly Popka saying, if you want to play retro, try Going Green. See you next time. Oh, and Joe, thanks for the request. And the drama meme. So that's Tit Shoot. Oh, the box is upside down and backwards. Instead, we're talking about what happens when you take a game like Tenchu and add boobs. You get shit. You get shit. There we go.